How are you? Stop for a moment and think about this. You have another 24 hours. You are breathing. You are here. Your heart is still beating. And even if you do not feel strong, even if you are tired, confused, or discouraged, you still have something that many people no longer have. A new opportunity. The question is, what will you do with it? There are people who wake up every morning waiting for something to change. They wait until they feel ready. They wait for the perfect motivation. They wait for fear to disappear. But life does not reward those who wait. Life rewards those who move forward even when they are afraid. Maybe today you do not feel like the best version of yourself. Maybe part of you wants to give up. I understand. We have all been there. But remember something. If you quit now, you will return to the same place you fought so hard to leave. Do you remember who you were when you started? Do you remember those nights of frustration? Do you remember when you prayed for an opportunity? Do you remember when you wished to reach the place where you are today? Then do not lose perspective. Do not let one bad day make you forget how far you have come. Because growth does not always feel exciting. Many times it feels heavy, it feels slow, it feels lonely, but it is still growth. And here is something you need to engrave in your mind. You do not need to have all the answers to take the next step. You only need to keep moving forward. Sometimes we think God will show us the entire path before we move. But many times God only lights up the next step. And when we take it, then the next one appears. That is how faith works. It is not seeing in order to believe. It is believing in order to see. Many people want an extraordinary life, but few are willing to make extraordinary decisions. Because a different life is not built in a year. It is built in a day. Then another. Then another. One right decision at a time. One right habit at a time. One battle one at a time. And even if nobody sees it, even if nobody applauds you, even if it seems like nothing is changing, every small action matters. Every time you get up when you wanted to quit. Every time you keep going when nobody believes in you. Every time you do the right thing when it would be easier to walk away. You are building a stronger version of yourself. And listen to this carefully. You were not created merely to survive. You were created to grow. You were created to move forward. You were created to become someone who inspires others. But first, you must win the battle within yourself. Because the greatest enemy is rarely outside of you. Most of the time, it is within. It is that voice that says you cannot. It is that doubt that paralyzes you. It is that fear that tries to convince you to stay where you are. Do not listen to that voice. Listen to the voice that reminds you who you are. Listen to the voice that reminds you of everything you have overcome. Listen to the voice that tells you that you are not finished yet. Because as long as you have life, there is still purpose. And if God woke you up this morning, it means your story is not over yet. There are still chapters to be written. There are still mountains to conquer. There are still victories to achieve. So get up, take a deep breath, look ahead, and keep fighting. Because one day you will look back and realize that the battles exhausting you today were the very battles that made you strong. And when that moment comes, you will be grateful that you did not give up. Because you discovered that you were far more capable than you ever imagined. And now let me ask you something. If God still believes in the purpose He placed inside you, why would you stop believing in yourself? Keep moving forward. Your best chapter may still be waiting to be written. And if these words reached you at exactly the right moment, perhaps it was not a coincidence. Maybe it is worth staying close to messages that feed your faith, strengthen your mind, and remind you of who you are called to become. There is a lie that has held millions of people back for years. A silent lie that seems logical, seems prudent, and even seems intelligent. The lie is this: I'll start when I feel ready. But listen to this carefully. You will never feel completely ready. There will never be a perfect moment. There will never come a day when all your doubts, fears, and insecurities disappear. Because courage does not appear before you act. Courage appears while you are acting. Confidence does not come first. Confidence comes after you prove to yourself that you can move forward even when you are afraid. Look at your life. How many things have you postponed while waiting to feel prepared? How many dreams are still sitting on the shelf because you're waiting for a sign? How many opportunities have passed in front of you while you kept overthinking? Most people do not fail because they lack talent. They fail because they wait too long. They wait for the right moment. They wait for the right motivation. They wait for the right circumstances. And while they wait, life keeps moving. The years pass, opportunities change, and dreams begin to turn into regrets. But there is something you need to understand. Action creates clarity. Not thinking more, not planning more, not imagining more, acting. Every step you take teaches you something you would never learn by standing still. Every attempt brings you closer to a stronger version of yourself. Every fall gives you a lesson that no book can teach. That is why winners do not wait until they feel prepared. They start, and then they prepare themselves along the way. Think about this. An airplane does not correct its course before taking off. It corrects its course while flying. And you will not discover your path by standing still either. You will discover it by moving forward. Maybe today you are afraid. Perfect. Do it afraid. Maybe today you have doubts. Perfect. Do it with doubts. Maybe today you do not feel good enough. Perfect. Do it anyway. Because the person you want to become is waiting on the other side of that decision. And here is an important question. If God gave you that dream, do you really believe it was meant to die inside you? Maybe the reason you cannot forget it is because it was placed in your heart for a purpose. Maybe that restlessness you feel is not an accident. Maybe that voice that keeps telling you there is more for you is trying to wake you up. But nothing changes until you changed. Nothing improves until you move. Nothing grows while it remains locked away. Fear will tell you to wait. Faith will tell you to move forward. Fear will show you obstacles. Faith will show you possibilities. Fear will talk about what you might lose. Faith will remind you of everything you could gain. Life rewards those who dare, those who take the first step, those who keep moving even without guarantees. Because guarantees do not exist. The only thing that exists is the decision. The decision to get up. The decision to try, the decision to stop betraying your potential. Remember this. A few years from now, you will look back on this moment, and you will have one of two stories. The story of someone who waited too long, or the story of someone who decided to move forward. You do not need more time. You do not need more permission. You do not need everyone to believe in you. You need to believe enough to take the next step. One step. Just one, and then another, and then another. That is how great lives are built. Not in a single day, not in a perfect moment, but through thousands of decisions made when no one was watching. So stop waiting until you feel ready. Start now. Start tired. Start uncertain. Start afraid, but start. Because life belongs to those who dare to walk before they can see the entire path. And one day, when you look back, you will discover something extraordinary. You were never waiting for the perfect moment. The perfect moment was waiting for you to move. And if these words reached you today, maybe it is not a coincidence. Maybe it is a sign to write just one word below. I move forward. Sometimes a small decision is the beginning of a massive transformation. Listen to this carefully. Most people spend their lives believing that their problems are outside of them. They think the obstacle is a lack of money, a lack of opportunities, a lack of support, bad luck, or difficult circumstances. But the truth is far more uncomfortable. Your greatest battle is not outside. It is inside you. It is that voice telling you to wait. It is that voice convincing you to give up. It is that voice making you doubt what you are capable of achieving. Because if the enemy within wins, no external success will be able to save you. And if the enemy within loses, very few things will be able to stop you. There is a proverb that says, if there is no enemy within, the enemy outside can do you no harm. Think about it. How many times was it not failure that defeated you? It was fear before you even tried. How many times was it not difficulty that overcame you? It was doubt that appeared before you started. How many times was it not the problem itself? It was the story you told yourself about the problem. That is why so many people live limited lives, not because they lack ability, but because they have an abundance of fear, and fear is an expert at disguising itself. Sometimes it dresses up as caution, sometimes it dresses up as logic, sometimes it dresses up as comfort, but it's still fear. And as long as you keep obeying fear, your life will remain small. The question is, what would happen if you started believing in your possibilities more than your excuses? What would happen if you stopped listening to the voice that reminds you of your failures and started listening to the voice that reminds you of your strengths? Because there is another voice inside you as well. The voice of the warrior. The voice of the one who gets back up. The voice of the one who keeps moving forward. The voice that knows it was born for something greater. And that voice needs to be fed. That is why you must be careful about what you listen to, what you read, what you consume, what you allow into your mind. Because everything you feed grows. If you feed fear, it will grow. If you feed discipline, it will grow. If you feed faith, it will grow. And speaking of faith, let me ask you a question. If God created you with a purpose, why do you keep acting as if you were born to stay small? Many people pray for opportunities, but when opportunities arrive, fear takes control. Many people pray for growth, but when growth demands sacrifice, they retreat. Many people ask for a different life, but they keep making the same decisions they have always made. Faith is not only about believing. Faith is also about acting. Because there is no point in believing in an extraordinary destiny if you continue living with ordinary habits. You have to move, you have to keep going, you have to take action even when you are afraid, even when you do not have all the answers, even when you do not feel ready. Because nobody ever feels complete ready. The brave are not those who feel no fear. The brave are those who move forward despite fear. And when you do that, something incredible happens. You discover abilities you never knew you had. You discover strength where you once saw weakness. You discover opportunities where you once saw only problems. You discover that you are far stronger than you ever imagined. Do not allow your past to decide your future. Do not allow your mistakes to define your identity. Do not allow a difficult season to make you forget who you are. Because one bad chapter does not mean a bad story. And there are still many pages left to write. Get up. Take a deep breath. Look forward. Remember that life rewards those who keep walking. Remember that growth happens when you decide to face what you once avoided. Remember that your future depends on the decisions you make today. And when doubt appears again, look it straight in the eye and say, you no longer control my life. Because the day you conquer your mind, you will begin to conquer your world. And when that happens, you will discover that the most dangerous enemy was never outside. It was always within. And today is the perfect day to begin defeating it. How much longer are you going to keep announcing what you're going to do instead of actually doing it? Many people talk about changing their lives, they talk about their goals, they talk about their dreams, they talk about their plans, but months pass, years pass, and everything stays the same. The truth is, dreams do not need noise, they need action. You do not need to convince anyone that you are going to succeed. You do not need to post every step. You do not need to seek approval, you need to work. Because words impress people for a moment, but results speak forever. Some people spend so much time explaining what they are going to do that they never find the time to actually do it. And while they're talking, others are moving forward. While they're making excuses, others are building. While they are daydreaming, others are working when nobody is watching. The question is not what you're going to do. The question is, What are you doing today? Because your future is not built with intentions, it is built with repeated actions. It is built when you get up even when you do not feel like it, when you study even when you are tired, when you work even when nobody applauds you, when you keep moving forward even when the results have not appeared yet. That is where extraordinary people are forged, not in great speeches, not in promises, but in silent discipline. Many people want others to believe in them. But before that, they must learn to believe in themselves. And confidence does not appear out of nowhere. Confidence is built every time you keep your word, every time you do what you said you would do, every time you stand firm when it would be easier to quit. Because your self-esteem does not depend on what other people think about you. It depends on how much you respect your own decisions, and that respect is earned. Day by day, action by action, victory by victory, even the small ones. Maybe today you do not have the recognition you want. Maybe nobody sees your effort. Maybe it feels like you are moving forward too slowly. But remember this: the strongest trees grow for years before revealing their full greatness. Greatness takes time. Transformation requires patience, and true success requires endurance. So stop constantly looking outside yourself. Stop asking who supports you. Stop waiting for someone to come and rescue you. Look in the mirror. There is the person who can change your destiny. There is the person who can break the chains. There is the person who can rise one more time, you. And when doubt appears, when fear tries to stop you, remember something powerful. God did not place a purpose inside you just to let it die because of a lack of courage. If God gave you a vision, could it be that He also gave you the ability to pursue it? If God opened your eyes to something greater, could it be that He expects you to walk toward it? Do not ignore that calling. Do not silence that voice. Do not bury that potential. Life rewards those who dare, those who move forward, those who keep walking when everyone else stops. There will be obstacles. There will be setbacks. There will be moments when you think you cannot go any further. But every challenge has something to teach you. Every battle is preparing you. Every difficulty is strengthening a part of you that you have not yet discovered. Do not curse the process. Use it. Learn from it. Grow through it. Because one day you will look back and understand that the trials did not come to destroy you. They came to build you. And when that day comes, you will not need to explain to anyone who you are. Your life will speak for you. Your results will speak for you. Your transformation will speak for you. So stop announcing it. Stop promising it. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. Start today. Start now. Take the next step, then another, and then another, until the world sees what you already knew from the beginning, that there was always far more inside you than you ever imagined. And if this message found you at exactly the moment you needed it, maybe it was not a coincidence. Maybe someone else needs to hear it too. Leave a sign to life in the comments and keep strengthening your mind every day. Because words inspire, but action transforms.
There are people who spend years talking about their dreams. They talk about the businesses they're going to build. They talk about the body they're going to create. They talk about the book they're going to write. They talk about the life they're going to have. But while they talk, time keeps moving forward, and the dreams they keep announcing never become reality. Listen to this. Your future doesn't need your words, it needs your actions. Many people want recognition before sacrifice. They want applause before effort. They want results before the process. But life doesn't work that way. Life rewards those who work in silence, those who keep moving forward when nobody is watching, those who build while others only talk. There is a reason why so many people feel frustrated, because they confuse intention with execution. They believe wanting something is enough. They believe imagining it is enough. They believe talking about it is enough. But dreams do not respond to words. They respond to work. They respond to discipline. They respond to perseverance, and above all, they respond to consistent action. It doesn't matter how many times you say you're gonna change. What matters is whether you change. It doesn't matter how many times you say you're gonna wake up early. What matters is whether the alarm goes off and you get up. It doesn't matter how many times you promise to pursue your purpose. What matters is what you do when no one is forcing you, because that is where character is built. And that is where extraordinary people are made. Let me ask you something. If Jesus had talked about his mission but never walked toward the cross, what would have changed in the world? Nothing. His impact came from his actions, from his obedience, from his sacrifice, from doing what needed to be done even when it was difficult. And that same lesson is still true today. You are not defined by what you say. You are defined by what you do. Many people live waiting for approval, waiting for someone to tell them they are capable, waiting for someone to believe in them. But there comes a moment in life when you must stop looking for permission. You must become your own evidence. You must prove to yourself that you can. One decision, one step, one day at a time. Most people live trapped in the illusion of someday I'll start. Someday I'll save money. Someday I'll take care of myself. Someday I'll pursue my dream. But the problem is that someday never appears on the calendar. Only today exists. Only this moment exists. Only the opportunity you have right now exists. So stop announcing your plans. Stop explaining your goals. Stop trying to convince others. Convince yourself. And then get to work. Work when you feel like it. Work when you don't feel like it. Work when you're motivated. Work when motivation disappears. Because champions are not the ones who feel the most inspired. They are the ones who develop the most discipline. Successful people are not special. They simply learn to keep their promises. And every time you keep a promise to yourself, something changes inside you. Your confidence grows. Your character becomes stronger. Your identity transforms. You begin to see yourself as someone who does what they say they will do. And that is tremendous power. Because when you trust yourself, fear loses its strength, doubt loses its strength, excuses lose their strength, and you begin to become the person you always dreamed of being. Remember this. You don't need to impress anyone. You don't need to prove anything to the world. The only thing you need is to prove to yourself that you are capable of finishing what you start, that you are capable of enduring, that you are capable of moving forward, that you are capable of building a life that reflects your values. So today, make a decision. Talk less, announce less, promise less, simply act. Because words inspire for a moment, but actions change destinies. And when the day comes to look back, you will be able to say with pride, I wasn't the person who talked the most, I was the person who did what needed to be done. And if this message stirred something inside you, perhaps it's not a coincidence. Maybe it's time to keep surrounding yourself with ideas that strengthen your faith, your discipline, and your purpose. And perhaps there is one word you can leave below. Action. Because everything changes when we stop talking and start acting. How many dreams have died, waiting for approval? How many goals were buried because someone said, you can't do it? How many people abandoned their purpose because they couldn't find support, applause, or recognition? Listen to this carefully. You don't need anyone to believe in you to get started. You need to believe in yourself. Most people live trapped, waiting for validation. They wait for someone to tell them they are capable. They wait for someone to support them. They wait for someone to motivate them. And while they wait, life keeps moving forward. The years pass, opportunities disappear, and dreams turn into regrets. But there is a truth that can change your life. People do not believe what you say, they believe what you prove. Before David defeated Goliath, no one was betting on him. Before Joseph ruled Egypt, he was sold as a slave. Before Moses delivered Israel, he was a man hidden in the desert. And before Jesus began his ministry, he spent years preparing in silence. Do you see it? Greatness almost always begins in obscurity. Without applause, without recognition, without spectators, just you and your decision. So stop being upset because others don't believe in you. The question is not whether they believe. The question is, do you believe enough to keep moving forward even when no one supports you? Because there will come a time when you will walk alone. There will be moments when no one understands your vision. No one understands your sacrifices. No one sees the tears you have shed. No one knows the battles you have fought, but that does not mean you should stop. It means you must grow stronger. Great changes do not happen when everyone supports you. They happen when you decide to move forward even when no one else does. Some people quit because they did not receive recognition. Others quit because they did not see quick results. And others quit because they got tired of fighting. But those who transform their destiny have a different mindset. They understand that the process comes before the reward, that planning comes before the harvest, that discipline comes before victory, and that growth happens before the world notices it. Maybe today you feel ignored. Maybe you feel like no one values your effort. Maybe you think you are fighting alone. But remember this. God often works in silence before revealing what He is building. And here is a question you must answer. If God already sees the potential inside of you, why do you keep doubting yourself? Think about it. The problem is not a lack of talent. The problem is a lack of confidence, because many people have the ability to win, but the mindset to quit. They have the potential to grow, but the habits to fall back. They have giant dreams, but small decisions. That is why they never move forward. Confidence does not appear magically. It is built. Every promise you keep to yourself strengthens your character. Every challenge you face strengthens your mind. Every setback you overcome strengthens your spirit. So stop waiting for the perfect moment. Stop waiting to feel ready. Stop waiting for someone to give you permission. Start now, with fear, with doubts, with uncertainty. But start, because movement creates clarity, action creates confidence, and consistency creates results. One day you will look back and realize that the difference between the life you dreamed of and the life you built came down to one decision: to keep moving forward when no one else believed. And when that day comes, you will discover something extraordinary. You never needed the world's approval. You only needed the determination to keep going. And if this message reached you at the right moment, maybe it is not a coincidence. Perhaps there are other people who need to hear these words too. And when a community chooses to grow together, every step becomes stronger. Now tell me in the comments, what is the dream you are going to pursue? Even if no one believes in it.
There are people who talk about their dreams every single day. They talk about the company they are going to build. They talk about the body they are going to create. They talk about the book they are going to write. They talk about the life they are going to have. But the months pass, the years pass, and everything stays exactly the same. Because talking about a goal does not make it a reality. Action does. Listen to this. The world is full of people with good intentions. But history is written by those who take action. Those who do what is necessary when no one is watching. Those who work in silence. Those who build while others announce. Because promises impress, but results convince. And maybe today you need to hear something uncomfortable. Maybe you have talked too much about what you want to do. Maybe you have shared your plans with too many people. Maybe you have sought approval before building anything. And while you were receiving applause for your intentions, you stopped working on your actions. You don't need others to believe in you. You need to believe in yourself. You don't need to convince the world, you need to convince yourself. Because when the results appear, no one will have to ask what you did. They will see it. They will feel it. It will be obvious. Many people become frustrated because no one supports them, because no one understands them, because no one believes in them. But look at most of the people who achieve something extraordinary. In the beginning, they didn't have support either. In the beginning, they didn't have recognition either. In the beginning, they were alone. And yet they kept going, because they understood something powerful. True faith comes before the evidence. First you believe, then you build, and then the results appear. Think about this for a moment. When God called Noah to build the ark, there was no visible sign of what was coming. There was no rain, there was no flood, there was no evidence. Only an instruction and a decision. What if God has already shown you the path, but you're waiting for everyone else to approve it first? You don't need permission to become who you were destined to be. You need discipline. You need character. You need action. Because life changes one decision at a time, one day at a time, one step at a time. Most people want instant transformation, but great victories are born from small actions repeated over a long period of time. No one sees the early mornings. No one sees the sacrifices. No one sees the tears. No one sees the times you wanted to quit. But all of it matters. All of it builds. All of it transforms you. And there comes a moment when the difference between the person who dreamed and the person who achieved their goals becomes enormous. Not because one was more talented, but because one took action. While others talked, one moved forward. While others doubted, one kept going. While others searched for excuses, one found solutions. So stop waiting for the perfect moment. Stop waiting to feel ready. Stop waiting for fear to disappear. Do it with fear. Do it with doubts. Do it tired. Do it imperfectly. But do it. Because every day you postpone your purpose, you also postpone the life you could be living. Do not let your potential die as intention. Do not let your dreams become regrets. Do not let your story become a collection of some days. Make it a story of action, a story of courage, a story of transformation. And when you look back a few years from now, don't say, I could have done it. Say, I tried. I built it. I gave it everything I had. Because in the end, it is not about how much you talked. It is about how far you moved forward. And remember this. The most dangerous people are not the ones who announce their moves. They are the ones who work in silence until their results speak for them. Today can be that day. The day you stop announcing. The day you start building. The day your life begins to speak louder than your words. And if this message reached you at the exact moment you needed to hear it, maybe it wasn't a coincidence. Perhaps it is a sign to keep strengthening your mind every day alongside people who have also chosen to move forward. Because extraordinary lives are not built by watching from a distance. They are built by walking together toward a better version of ourselves now. Stop talking about what you're going to do and become the proof that it can be done.
Until one day you look in the mirror and discover something extraordinary. You no longer need others to believe in you. Because you believe in yourself, you no longer need constant approval. Because you know your worth. You no longer need to prove anything, because you know who you are. And when you reach that point, you become someone capable of facing any challenge. Because the most important person who needed to trust you finally does yourself. Because something beautiful happens when you choose to keep believing in yourself. Even before you see results, you begin to build character. You begin to build confidence. You begin to become someone who is truly strong. And remember this before you go. You don't have to be perfect to change your life. You only need one decision. The decision to not give up on yourself. One more time. There's something I want to tell you today. And maybe you need to hear it more than you realize. Don't give up on yourself. Yes, you can grow tired of the dream. You can become frustrated with the process. You can feel disappointed by people. But don't give up on yourself. Because there's a huge difference between being tired and being finished. And many times we confuse a difficult season with the end of our story. Why don't I feel okay anymore? Why do I feel empty? Why am I so exhausted? Why did I abandon the things that once mattered to me? Why am I afraid to try again? And I want you to hear this carefully. You're not lazy. You're not incapable. You're not broken. But maybe you've spent too much time distancing yourself from who you truly are. Because there comes a point when you don't need more advice, you need honesty. You need to sit with yourself, without distractions, without excuses, and genuinely ask, what is really happening to me? Not what you pretend, not what you say in public, not the strong version everyone sees. The truth, the part you hide, the part nobody knows. Because healing begins when you stop pretending. Change begins when you stop lying to yourself. Growth begins when you have the courage to face who you really are.